like when we fought.
So,
Truth
but
be
it's
told,
We in the
so
building.
what's happening? What's happening?
But go ahead and say what you were saying.
You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got enough viewers right now, but what y'all think about the Mike Tyson fight? That
bullshit.
rig, that rig cash cow.
Hey, it was about making money. At the end of the day, he's old. He's 58 years old. He's trying to get that bag while he still can. 20
But
million
he
is not
still
a
got it. He would have got more if he would have did Mike and won it. But I think Jake Paul paid him some money to lose. That's why he was
on top of
whispering
the
in his
20.
It
ear.
was in his. It was in his contract that he
That's
couldn't
why he
do.
was whispering in Mike Tyson's ear in the second round. You don't
Mm,
nobody know what he said, but he was whispering in my ear when Mike was finna go ham on him.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mac was about to knock him out and win that 40 million and be done with him. Yeah,
He
like
definitely.
I heard about that before. That sometimes you have to listen. Like if the mafia tells you or some other group tells you, "Hey, your life is on the line. Take a L for this
Well, I was
dude."
gonna bring
I
that
don't
up.
think that was the deal.
I was gonna bring that up when Mike Tyson lost to the last dude, the white dude. The night that Tupac got killed. I think that's the same night. Um, I always felt like the mafia made Mike Tyson lose that fight. I think he was forced to lose. McBride, that's his name, McBride. I always felt for some reason I just felt like the mafia had something to do with that one. For Mike
They
Tyson to
do.
lose to that dude, and he was still near his prime. You know what I mean? He wasn't 58 years old then.
Right. They control a lot of the gambling and the high end type of things. They no longer just do street crime. They in bigger things,
What's up,
construction, things.
EPP?
They moved on. They let everybody else do the dangerous stuff. They do the easy money, you know.
You want to come up and talk about Mike Tyson?
I'm pretty sure he got something to say about it. I know he watched it.
Let me see. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Put it in the
Man.
chat. Let you
And
come
for
up
viewers
for a couple minutes. Maybe 5-10 minutes, depending on the action that we get.
and for people who didn't see the fight, you can watch on YouTube free of charge. That's how I seen the fight, y'all. Was from YouTube.
Yeah, I watched it live, my boy. I went on ahead and paid that little $15 for a month subscription. But when they try to charge me again, it's gonna be like revoked
Denied.
because
Call. I
that's
don't
what I
even know
do.
who did this. I need my money back.
Sometimes I sometimes I put them things on like the Cash App card, and I know I don't keep no money on there. So when they try to come back and charge that shit again, it ain't nothing on there for you, big dog.
There ain't no negative balance on there.
Just in case, nah, hell nah,
Oh,
that ain't how
okay.
it
Well,
works.
that's
You'll
what's
get
up.
Just
more
I
in
than
need to
case
get
I
me a cash
forget,
$5
app card.
You'll
just in
get
case
more than
I forget
$5
to end the subscription.
Got
They
you.
be like,
That's
oh,
how people
somebody
be getting
tried to
over on
charge
these
your account.
apps.
Like, yeah, you ain't charging this one. Sometimes I'll
Shit.
be
I
getting like
bust my
a whole
foot.
bunch of messages in one day. Your payment didn't go through. Your payment didn't go through. Clearly, I don't want to keep going with y'all.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Planet
I've
Fitness
heard
got
about
me for
people.
like 3 years, you know. But I finally canceled that shit. I had to go into the Planet Fitness to cancel it.
Wow, that's crazy. Y'all gotta be out. Guard your subscription, man, because somebody hacked into my system and they got Snap Math program. They've been getting over on me, and then somebody's been using my account to get a $9.99 Lyft. I got a whole car out there. Why the hell I'm using Lyft?
Sure.
I want to get my money back from Lyft. So if Lyft's out there, y'all owe me my $9.99. I'm coming for y'all. Pay what you owe, or end up like that Santa Claus. of Boondocks. Santa, pay what you owe. But back to the Tyson fight, man. I just thought like Tyson was like really just letting him punch him almost like, because there was that one time where he went in and he could have said pop, 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 knocked him out. It just didn't seem like the same Mike. Like this was a different, older, slower Mike. Like, okay, let's take the devil's advocate though. What if Mike really don't fight well no more since he's sick? Could we lay down the legend on that theory too? Could we accept Mike just ain't the same Mike no more? Is that a possibility?
He the same Mike.
Huh?
He the same Mike.
So he still got the same drive.
I believe he still got it. You seen them training videos?
I didn't, from a person who hasn't watched Mike Tyson since I was a kid. I haven't watched the training videos.
Don't talk about the videos from this year, earlier this year and last year on YouTube. You didn't see them videos?
Watched those.
Oh. Yeah, he made some videos with him training in the gym, and everything that he did in the videos, he did not do in that ring. He was going ham on the punching bags and stuff, dodging and everything with the trainer and stuff. He didn't do none of that in the fight.
Well, they said recently that that he's been sick though, health problems. They add that in there. I don't know how real that is.
He had an ulcer issue, and he had to get a blood transfusion and all kind of stuff.
Well, that blood transfusion may have put something in him, though. Y'all never know. When you take somebody else's blood, that could change your whole life. It's almost like you're never the same.
Yeah, you never know.
You had a blood transfusion before?
Huh?
You had a blood transfusion before?
I'm hearing what people say when you get different organs. I believe if you get anything from somebody else, you're gonna take on that person. I've heard about that, but that's still
I've had blood transfusions. It didn't change me.
I heard you.
No, I'm just saying it didn't change me.
I have heard that when people get organ transplants, that
I heard about the organ transplants. Yeah.
Now I don't know how true that is at all. I mean, I don't think there's nothing scientific to it. People just like to say that to probably give the other person's family. Yeah, they're living on inside of such and such. They like they like cheesecake now all of a sudden, and you know such and such like cheesecake.
Right. I mean, it could be, especially if you get somebody's heart. Now, what about brain transplants? I've heard recently from a nurse from IU that they've been transplanting brains.
I don't think they got that yet. And even if they did that, whoever had the brain first, that person will be in a new body.
Yeah, I don't think that they have successfully completed a brain transplant. How do you keep the brain alive once you separate the blood flow?
Exactly.
They have the head transplant.
Keep
the whole head
inside of it.
They have did the whole head transplant before. I don't know how long the person lived. I know they did it on a dog. I think it was a dog they did it on.
They died. They said they're 15, but what I'm saying is they're working on stuff. I don't know how successful, but they're working on it currently. Now back to what we were saying.
But hold on, for me, the transfer would not be taking your brain. You know what I mean? For me, the transfer would be taking the consciousness and transplanting that consciousness into another brain. Because let's say I take a person who's 80 years old and I take their brain and put it in a 20-year-old body. Well, its cognitive functions was possibly going to be decayed because the brain tissue in itself is still old. You know, it's still, let's say they had Alzheimer's or something. the brain ain't functioning right. So I think the technology would be being able to. There's a movie like that too. I forgot the name of it,
Get
where they
Out.
took the dude, not Get Out, but Get Out is something similar. It is something
Oh,
similar.
it's on YouTube. It's on Tubi, ain't it? Exactly what what we're talking about. That's what I wanted to bring out about movies. There's something on Tubi. I'm gonna find the name of it about where they transferred the human brain from a robot into consciousness. These movies are telling us, indicating they're working on the conscious mind.
Well,
They are
I do
working on it.
believe that ultimately, uh, human destiny would be more of a artificial merger with technology. Like we'll see androids, we'll see the human consciousness one day being able to be uploaded into, I don't know, AI. Maybe all of it has already happened and we are living inside of that world.
Mm, that would be crazy. Like to me, this almost like what if we say that Tyson was cloned? We
I
seen a
wouldn't say
clone.
that.
I don't think I don't think so.
I don't believe
I
in
mean,
that
since we're
clone
dealing,
stuff,
I'm trying
man.
to bring it back to Tyson. I'm thinking maybe Tyson, that's a clone Tyson. The real Tyson, he's not even there.
Well, if I was gonna use a Mike Tyson clone, I'm gonna bring him back at 30, at, you know what I mean, 25.
Yeah, the
I ain't
young
gonna
Mike
clone
Tyson.
him, make a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? That nah.
And then this is just a prototype shit. I mean, we don't know. Like, I'm just trying to give every variable answer, like why the fuck did Tyson lose? To this fight. Was it because he wanted to lose, or
Well,
was there
if you
something
bring in
behind the scenes?
every variable answer, you got to bring in what's logic and what's not logic.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that one out. I mean, of course, I just had to, since we're talking about clones, make it make
Because the
sense.
clone still ain't been proven, but
No,
it's
they've proven
possible.
there's been clones since the 80s. There's a movie about they cloned
I
somebody.
mean, not that type of clone. I mean, like the clones, like we read and hear on the news, like Tupac being cloned and stuff like that.
That's real. Cloning is real. They've been doing that forever since the 50s. So cloning is real. You could take somebody's DNA and clone them. We know that. Now the problem is, why the hell did he lose? Because a black man in America building so much, and it's almost like you could go downhill like that. We saw that in Cosby. We saw that in Michael Jackson. Now we're seeing that in Diddy. Now Mike Tyson. It's like all the black glorious people thrown in the trash in the 2024.
It's a cash cow. I think he did it for the money, but all the other black celebrities or whatever, it could have been for multiple reasons. You never know.
It was for the money because Michael was going for his money.
Oh yeah,
Because
Michael was trying to get his master. Well, no, he was trying to get something, but Prince was trying to get his masters.
they killed Prince. Prince achieved it. Prince really got free and like
Unaliving, unalive.
oh yeah, they unalived Prince because Prince achieved his goal of getting everything that he was owed. He got free. He's no longer but he would not write no music or do anything with nobody who wasn't on his level of freedom. He even was talking to Nas, and Nas wanted to do a song, and he really liked Nas. He's like, until you get free, I can't make music with you. So it's like Prince could only do his own thing because he was not in the system no more. It was deadly to the record labels. And I wonder if sometimes that when you go outside of the system, are you deadly to the system? Have you ever wondered about that?
I don't know. I never thought about that.
Right. Think about it. If there's a whole system of you forever ever would be pimped off of somebody else, executive producer will be making the money. Yeah, you look good, but I enjoy the money. I sit back and let you dance around or whatever. So yeah. So back
Lady
to Mike
T is in
Tyson.
the building.
Lady T.
What's up, Lady T? We're just talking about the Tyson fight. That's it.
Y'all talking about the fight.
And going
Yeah.
outside of the regular system of being part of the big
We was talking about the rigged fight.
How's
Yeah,
rigged?
everybody been talking about that. Everybody, but I heard they paid him 20 million to not fight, to not really fight him or something.
I heard that too, and they could
20
be
million
the
is a lot of money to
because he
throw
wasn't
down.
doing his normal fighting.
Yeah, he was all he was doing was bobbing and weaving, like just basically blocking his shots and shit. But he wasn't
And
really like
running.
punching. You feel me? Like he wasn't swinging. Cause I already know if Mike was swinging on my mama, he could have knocked that nigga out with 1-2 punch. Did that 1-2, that nigga would have been out of there. Well, he ain't no nigga, but that white boy, excuse me. But he would have been on the floor. Cause I know Mike is old, y'all, but I still think he got it. I'm sorry. Like once you know them techniques, you will never forget them techniques.
Did you see
Right.
that
That's
training
like riding a
video?
bike, nigga. Once you know how to ride a bike, you always know how to ride a bike.
Right. And Mike trained people, if
Did
I'm
you
not
see that
wrong.
training video from earlier this year?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't.
He did not do
Dre, can
anything
you
he
pull
did
that
in that
training
training
video
video.
up for the audience and me? Or can somebody pull that up for me?
Be
Can we
quiet.
see that?
I don't know. You can look it up on YouTube though.
Try to respond, y'all. So I'm almost to the house though, cause they all in the team.
That's cool.
Talking about, cause I guess the little kids was talking about this little fight too. They don't know nothing about Mike.
No, they don't. Hey, but you could teach them the legacy
Know a
because we're
little bit
losing.
of what they think they know, but
We're losing a lot of legacy and stars we grew up with. They're leaving us one way or another. From the 2000 era all the way 1990 era, like they not around no more. Some of them they just leaving for various reasons.
right.
Well,
Here,
you know,
give her her.
everything is based on young people. When you
Yeah,
think about it, back in the day, all of our artists was like 16, 17, 18 years old when they first came out.
right.
And
Right.
when they age out of the game, nobody is interested in them like that anymore, except for the super fans. Like Mike Tyson will always have the super fans.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like, I don't know, shit. You think of who making it, who popular right now? Like Usher. Usher's still popular right now.
Right. And he lived at what, a 40, and he was just talking about that maybe some months ago, how he wanted to
Genuine
leave a
ain't as
legacy.
popular as Usher though, but Genuine used to be on top of the game.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Genuine was the man for a minute and then he disappeared. I think it's because the label really controls you.
Well, he
Hell
got
yeah.
married for one.
And then I think Genuine basically he got the little money he got and he was cool. Shit, he was one of them type of people. Shit, I got enough. I'm good. He got a
But
couple.
it could be he's getting robbed. People get tired of being robbed to know of the game. You got to think executive producers, not saying no names, be pimping people out.
And they be dancing in your videos.
Your videos all on
Dancing.
Freak
stage,
offs.
all on the stage.
Right. Well, either one way or another, either they're gonna do what they do in LA to you, or they're gonna do what they do in New York to you. So people get tired of that. People realize there's more to life, and I can make my money all kind of different ways. Like
Well,
I want to
somebody
put
was
it out.
like, Mike Tyson came out by himself, right? He didn't have the big entourage behind him coming out this time.
Don
Like,
King was his booster.
I'm talking
Don
about even
King was
after Don King, he still came out with an entourage of people. This time he didn't have a whole bunch of people walking behind him headed to the ring. It's like how much
really.
money was he paying them people who was walking with him? You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm. Are you supposed to have a lot of people with you, or no? It's just you, yourself, and
Nah,
I.
I
I mean,
mean,
I guess
the more
the merrier. You know what I'm saying? The more people you got walking behind you, it just looks better.
it do look better, it pump you up, but a lot of people got their hands out too.
Right. Right.
So
So
if I
they
became a
you
fighter,
wonder how he
Dre,
ran through all that money that he did get.
Yeah.
I know Don King took a lot of money, but
A whole lot of money.
when you look at the money that he did get, shit, it's always people there with their hand out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
right,
So
from his wife to his ladies to his kids,
no,
they got me.
the entourage. MC Hammer lost a lot of money because of the people that was around him.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was true. I heard that. I heard about that too.
He
Yeah,
blew 50 in a month.
he brought in people into his entourage that he should have brought in, like family, friends, and everything. He was trying to make sure everybody got paid,
But
but you had
that
the
is
men
what
on
he
like,
said. He wanted to make sure everybody ate. He was creating jobs for everybody. But that's how
yeah,
you went broke too.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that though too. But you want to have other businesses outside that's away from your main business. And I guess people not thinking like that. Like people don't step and think, I got to get a business that's really producing money outside of what I do. You know, several businesses if I want to make it really work where my money runs long. Because who wants to keep getting hit throughout their life though? After a while, you get tired of that too. Maybe that's why they only do 1 or 2 big fights a year.
Right, right.
yeah. 'Cause they go through a lot of trauma.
Hell,
Yeah, you do take trauma too. I mean, standing up there.
times and shit.
What y'all think about Trump's policies that he's going to do? Like as far as no longer confusing boys on what is a boy, what is a girl. How he's saying now in the United States we will only recognize the male gender and the female gender. Do you approve of it, disapprove, or you think there's some backlash to that?
It couldn't be no other way because either you a boy or either you a girl. Point blank. Period. You
You
born
think
what
it's
you
really
born.
going to go through? You think with him having so much majority, it's going to be 100%, or you think
I don't
somebody's going
know.
to sacrifice?
I
What
don't
you
know
think, Dre?
with the way this world is. Somebody might try to sabotage it.
Or you think with the majority of Republicans and Democrats, you think everything's going to go through? I mean, Republican House and Senate, you think whatever he wants is going to fly?
I don't know. I don't think everything's gonna fly. Whatever you want to push, I don't think everything's gonna fly. Cause even with the Republican side, there's a lot of people still against Trump. So
What? How's a Republican? How you going to be in the same thing and be against him? That's stupid. Unless he comes out with something crazy. Like I did hear him talking about trying to rule over the country like more than 4 years or 8 years.
they're
Have an
trying to
extra
make it what's it called? I can't think of the name, but way other countries do. They have like kings and queens and stuff.
the American people, because we're
I
built
think I
on
think
a
he's trying to make it
democracy.
a monarchy or something like that.
We American people ain't going for that crap.
Oh no.
No, that's when you're supposed to rise up as the American people and handle that situation.
He too old. He ain't gonna be. He gonna do his little 4 years and that's it.
Yeah, he likes money. He likes power, though. That's the problem with Trump.
But you got to think about it. He old though. Another 4 years, he gonna be how old?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
That's the downside in power hungry people. That's what I do see all government power hungry people who like the thought process of people in politics, both sides, is crazy. They don't live in my world, or they don't live in the world where they make rules. If that makes sense, they live above the rules.
I'll be back.
So, how's everybody been?
Everybody's been good, hopefully. I would assume I'm gonna speak it into existence, even if you haven't been. But I've been good, I've been great. But
And our viewers out there, if y'all want to jump in and say some things, how y'all been? How are you guys getting ready for the holidays? If so, where y'all going? Y'all going anywhere for Thanksgiving? Are y'all flying out? Are y'all staying in? What y'all doing? Where you guys going? Go ahead and like and subscribe and comment in the section. Let us know what y'all on, what you trying to do, where you trying to go.
What y'all think about I don't know if y'all paying attention to this, but America just gave the Ukraine the okay to shoot missiles into Russia, and
I mean,
Russia,
I
Russia just said that now nuclear weapons are on the table.
well, as long as nuclear weapons ain't flying over here, I'm cool. But at the same time, if US is giving Ukraine these nuclear weapons, if they decide to, that's the downside. So
But they're not
once
giving
again,
the Ukraine nuclear weapons. They just giving them weapons that can reach inside of Russia.
well, if
Missiles.
Russia destroys Ukraine, then that's the end of the problem, right?
There's a
Right
lot
or
of people,
wrong,
a lot of innocent people is going to be hurt.
right? Innocent people, yeah, but like we got to think the backdrops. Could US get involved nuclearly, or are we going to turn the other head and say that's y'all beef? Go ahead and put work in yourself, like on training day. Jake, go ahead and get up out of here. We got it from here. You think US gonna be like that?
Jake, I can hear you now.
US gonna be like Jake and get up out of there and let Ukraine and Russia duke it out. I think that's what Trump's gonna do. He's gonna tell them, listen, we have no beef with you, Russia. Go ahead, we riding up out of here. It's y'all beef. We need to prepare United States. Remember, we still got the bigger button. Don't play with us, though. I think
We
that's
don't
what he's
though.
going to tell Putin. Either
We
that, or he's
don't
going to say,
though.
or he could be like, Putin, calm the fuck down.
Russia dropped
Nope.
the biggest nuclear bomb ever, my boy.
Lady T.
Are we hit though? If Russia sends it to Ukraine, is that the whole world? Just one nuke, or it just depends on how big the blast is?
It is the whole world because guess what happens? Now everybody else got nuclear bombs.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. Go. Yeah.
If
Run that
Russia,
scenario, Dre. The logic scenario.
if Russia say, well, America is the one who gave Ukraine the missiles, so now
I'll go off camera when
we
I
can shoot nuclear bombs at America too.
Oh, okay.
Russia is not that far away from Alaska.
Right. In California, all on the West Coast and Southwest. You know, Russia does come close to the United States all the damn time. All the time. And people just don't know about that because they're not in that range thinking on that level. But if you
And
look
I
up in
think they got
Alaska,
more nuclear. They got more nuclear missiles than we do.
no, they don't. Y'all keep forgetting US got that big old bunker in
We got the
Los
bunkers,
Alamos.
but you forgetting they got the count of the stockpiles.
You
I've
forget
been
US.
watching all them kind of videos, man. They got a count of the weapons.
You forget we got stuff from World War II still ready and waiting somewhere. And you got to, we're talking U.S. side. We haven't even talked about what we got around the world aimed at
They
Russia.
still got thousands, hundreds to thousands of more nuclear warheads than we do.
And then you forgot the variation, though. U.S. got the STARS program above to keep that stuff from happening over on this side. Because you got to think how many times the North Koreans then sent nuclear rockets up just to try to hit U.S. and why it never happened. Because they were messing with that. Remember that in the movie, what is that? Oh, shoot. Ugh, I'm trying to think of that movie. Triple X.
I say that Donald Trump just said we need to create, like Israel got the Iron Dome. One of his things is trying to make an air defense system that we currently do not have that can prevent missiles being shot over here from people like Russia and North Korea and places like that. So we really don't have a real defense.
We do. It's called Space Force.
They have the hypersonic weapons, though, bro.
And we still got Space Force that deals with nuclear weapons. I was looking at the different jobs on Space Force. One of it's like nuclear warheads, all that stuff that deals with that. That's what Space Force is for. It's nuclear and stuff that's shot from space.
We can't stop. We won't be able to stop every nuclear bomb that's sent over here.
I guess yeah. If it's one, it's multiples because they trying to get.
See, what happens is what causing you're thinking if somebody shoot one nuclear bomb, one nuclear missile over here, we can probably take that out. If a motherfucker sent 500 ballistic missiles, they can separate into 5 to 10 other smaller warheads. We ain't gonna be able to stop every single one of them. Well, that's the game that they playing these days. It ain't like back in the day.
I do think somebody's technology is getting greater than us. Maybe China, because U.S. keeps selling stuff to them on this, and I just thought about it with that guy who traded sides under the Obama era, Snowden. So yeah, the U.S. secrets are weaker now. I forgot about that. We're more weaker than what you call it. I forgot about that variation.
Snowden didn't give away too much. Huh? He didn't give away too much, man.
I bet he could hack the systems and get the rest of it. What he don't know, what they don't know, he can get. Unless they change up the systems all over that, something he don't know about. But yeah, Snowden ever sets foot in America, decides it's not fun in Russia no more.
China and Russia got hackers trying to hack American systems 24 hours a day.
I think it be happening sometimes with all the stuff be breaking down, like with them phone hacks. I think, remember when that phone hack happened or the whole system when it got shut down? I think they were successful with hitting the power grid. They was preparing us online. Well, you know what I mean? Like preparing us through History Channel, talking about that type of stuff. How somebody can unleash a power thing. I think they've already did that. I think that happened recently this year. They just blamed it on some old system, not telling the real truth that we got attacked by some foreign people. But I've been reading it for like the past 20 years when I was in high school, taking computer technology, and then just watching it. Like everything that ever talked about 20 years ago has recently happened. In between the infectious disease and that. So we've been hit with both of those. Or maybe it's a test run to see what the world's like.
I just felt like eventually something has to come and dismantle the whole electrical system of the world in an effort to try to stop people from being able to use these nuclear bombs. Like, if there was a way to just prevent nuclear war all out, I mean, we wouldn't do it as humans. I don't think we would disarm unless we was told to or we had to. Or we found a better way, like kumbaya.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that ain't gonna happen.
So
what tripped me out though?
How can we prepare? Should we build a bomb shelter? Should we move on to another planet? What should we do? Or is it?
Was you about to say move on to another planet?
Well, I know we can. But there are certain people
like move on to where? Like what?
I don't know.
What?
That's what I mean. Like, what's the variation? How can you prepare for nuclear war? Except for go get you one of them bomb shelters, go get you some land and build a bomb shelter. That's the only thing. But even with that, the variation is you're gonna have to come up for air eventually. You're gonna have to come out of there eventually.
Even if we was able to move to a different planet, humans, it's still probably gonna be them niggas on Mars. We gotta go to war with them. They eating up. They trying to take all of our water, or they got a certain. We discovered a certain mineral on Mars that help people live forever or something. Now we got to go to war with them because they want to sell it to us for $1 million a gram
What if
on
the
Earth.
whole concept of money was gotten rid of? Like, because you do everything yourself. Then what? You know, what if we went back to some other thing? Isn't that possible?
I
The
think
way
it would,
the economy is.
and you know, if the value of the dollar don't count or is not needed anymore, then people would have to live off of their talents and gifts and things that they I mean, you would have to become talented. You would have to figure out what you can do, whether you were meant to grow the food, make the food, how fuck, you know, everybody would have to put their shit to use. What are you good at? Are you good at making cars? Well, we gonna need your ass over here making these goddamn cars. Are you good at doing this? Well, we gonna have you doing this. I mean, shit, really, that's really, I mean, you're just saying go back to the way that God created us to be because, you know, half of this, not even more than half of this shit is man-made, you know. So, you know. So if we was to go back that way, I think things would probably be a lot better because then we wouldn't have a choice but to trade for goods and, you know.
But even that's still a system there because if I got more carrots than you got cabbage,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I might be able to
you
run
just
the table.
at least you would have a more opportunity on who you want to trade with. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be more like, you know, I mean, shit. And if you ain't got enough, go grow some or go find somebody who giving it out because it's gonna be somebody with a garden full of that shit that's gonna be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna give some to this person because you know they was whatever. They live right next door to me. How about that?
Maybe everybody's skill set would help everybody. It'll be at utopia. Everybody would be happy.
So in
Nobody
a
be
TV
trying.
series, and I'm not for sure, but I think I remember hearing this. In a TV series Star Trek, there is no more fiat currency. There is no more like money. Like everybody somehow or another is on the same playing field, same level. I don't know how that works, but you would still have homeless people. You would still have people who don't want no responsibilities.
Because some people are just physically.
Hold up, y'all. In some Star Trek series, they do like the Ferengis. They're the main hustlers. The
Some,
I'm
Ferengis
talking about.
go get it.
I'm talking about on Earth, man.
yeah, he's talking about Earth, and some people are
Oh, but them aliens got money though. Them Ferengis got some money. Like they're always trading and crap like that.
some
But
people
that ain't got
gave
nothing
them
to
the
do with
belief
Earth, man.
they
I'm
still
talking about Earth.
Yeah, they got Starfleet, and then they grow all their stuff and crap like that. It's crazy.
But there's never been like they can materialize what they want.
Right.
I want a Sunday ice cream.
A replicator. They got replicators. I used to watch Star Trek on the whole. Yeah, I want to replicate Andre's gun. And there you go.
But the whole like Ferengi, yes, that. But I'm talking about on Earth. When Earth got to a particular advancement level, there was no more even war on Earth no more.
Nope.
It was
They
it
figured
was
it out.
like a one world civilization, which
Right. The
it has to
Federation then took over.
it has to happen that way though. Like it had just like the United States was different colonies and different territories, and then eventually it became one country after a lot of war and all kinds of stuff. I
Right?
believe the world would be just like that.
Yeah.
The
In order,
entire world.
I believe that like every country, there has to be a massive war under one order. Just like in Japan, for 250 years, they warred in order to have peace. Finally, to have before they went to World War One and Two, they had an emperor for the longest under one rule. So it's like every country has a battle so they could just have one government.
That emperor got them fucked up too.
Yeah, when they told them that they must die for the emperor. Yeah.
I'm talking about after they bombed Pearl Harbor and they was not gonna surrender. They had kamikaze motherfuckers, man. Ooh.
Right. And they had Navajo code talkers to trick the Japanese into believing that they were them so they could get the message across. Now that was crazy. During that same era too. If you ever watch Wind Talkers.
I want to watch Pearl Harbor again. The only thing is, you know, depending on what side you are of the story, everybody tells a story differently.
Right. And then Pearl Harbor was like where you saw black people as the cooks and at the bottom of the ship. And it's almost like that. It's at a lot of jobs, black people get the most hardest jobs. While certain other groups of people, they got them either being.
Well, you know what was going on in Pearl Harbor? That was around Jim Crow era and stuff like that, though.
Right. But could you imagine riding on a ship, bro, and the Japanese attacking? They have your ass at the bottom, either being a mechanic or a cook. That got to be some bullshit. After going through slavery and the Civil War, and your ass is at the bottom of the ship talking about freedom is coming. Man.
Your ass signed up to be at the bottom of the ship too, though.
And no benefits were coming to black people either, from my understanding, or they didn't get hardly any benefits. They thought they did, but they didn't get shit once they got back. That's the most sucky part about World War II. Once they came back home, it was worse. That's why a lot of black men I heard they stayed in France, they stayed in Germany because they got treated with more respect by the enemy than they did by their own.
Yeah, they stayed in Vietnam.
They got all that hard
kind of kids over there.
Huh?
In Vietnam, they had all kind of kids over there.
Right.
Damn.
And speaking of Vietnam, there was some soldiers who caught certain things and they locked them up on the island. They could not come back either. Heard about that too. It's called the Black Sip.
I don't know about
all
that.
All kind of stuff happened.
Yeah, I ain't heard of that. That's different.
Yeah, all kind of things came from Vietnam. Oh, we forgot, and we can't miss the Tuskegee experiment that came during that same time era, after a little bit after World War II, before Vietnam, in that era time too.
Okay.
I don't really want to talk about we can't really talk about the Tuskegee experiment only because YouTube might be like, "Yep, y'all giving false information about medical information." So I would like to stay away from that. Okay. Even though we know what our community has said and what we have learned from like Miss Evers Boys, I think that was the movie. But you know, they might hit us with a fact check, and that ain't really what happened. So, although it has been, I think it has been 90 days since we got hit with the what's her name, and we can go ahead and get another warning, but I just rather avoid it.
Okay.
So we just gotta be careful with this medical stuff, but
right. But all in all, I feel like Tyson should have fought hard and not, because it's almost like you taught me, Andre, about Samson. Samson will be ever remembered as the courageous man that lost, right? He lost against Delilah, right? He was a strong man, good warrior, but lost, and he forever took that L, right?
He lost everything.
But if they did pay him, though, what if he really didn't want to do it and he was bribed to do it? Maybe he cared more for his health at the age that he's at. So he probably refused until they put that money up, and he like, okay, under these circumstances, yeah, I'll go out there and give y'all a show so that we can make this money, but I'm not trying to really, fight for real, So
I think that Mike Tyson had the ability to whoop his ass.
Yeah,
I think that they said you cannot whoop his ass.
But that's what I'm saying. What if it was like both ways though? Like they paid him not to fight, but at the same time, he probably really didn't want to anyway because of the age, and the older you are, you're risking doing certain things like that. So I mean, I don't know. I think it could have went both ways, but for the most part, I do believe that it was staged and he was paid to not really fight for real.
I believe boxing is very political and an agenda.
Why do you think everything
He
is?
said political.
Why do you think everything is about politics? I just
Well, on what
rules,
Carlton is
engagement,
saying.
money.
Well, on what Carlton is saying, and I know he was not about to go this route. Excuse me. But imagine them postponing this fight until after the election. Out of all the other shit that had went on, when Rome, I don't know if y'all know anything about Rome, but they created the Roman Colosseum to entertain the citizens of Rome when shit was actually really going bad.
To take their mind
But
off.
as long as you had something to look at and cheer at, the gladiators and that. With that being said, Denzel Washington is coming out in this new Gladiator 2 movie. I was about to go off topic for a minute, and they was talking about how after all these years they made him kiss a man, but the scene was deleted. So we could get into that too. But
No, I ain't heard about that.
the Romans had distracted their citizens by, as people would say, throwing Christians to lions. And I don't know if any of that stuff happened in real life, but we do know that the story of Rome, they definitely had gladiators in the Colosseum.
Shoot, you could go see the Coliseum now.
I'm talking about throwing people to lions.
Oh,
Go in and eat them up.
that's what I heard too. The first century Christians all got killed in the Coliseums.
But Denzel, he's playing like a Caesar. In this new movie.
Let me ask you this: is the guy who's playing the Caesar from the old movie, the old ruler?
He dead. He's dead. Remember?
No. We're talking about the actor, the one that was ruling over Rome. Did he die?
The first Gladiator movie?
Yeah, in the first. Are both of those guys dead? That fought in the Coliseum.
He killed the dude.
Okay.
And then, I can't think of his name. Who was a gladiator? He died. Remember, he went with his family.
Okay, yeah. We saw his family in the afterlife.
So now with Denzel, they're saying that they made him kiss a man.
Well, the Romans and the Greeks were the boy lovers and all of this. This is accurate. They're the ones who brought that more to the forefront of that. They had husbands and wives.
Here's the catch, though, and the kicker to it. I was actually saying, I guess it was in one of the Godfather movies or one of those movies where dude kissed his brother in the mouth, and it was like the kiss of death.
Oh.
Then his brother died, got killed after that, got unalived after that. So I'm guessing they saying that's what this scene was about. He grabbed the dude and kissed him in the mouth.
What?
But it don't matter if it was romantic or not romantic. The black community is always gonna run it that you kissed a man.
Right.
They're always gonna spin it. We always gonna spin it, not me. I'm just saying we, so I can identify to the algorithm that yes, I am what people would term, not me, a Black American, African American, or something like that.
Okay, well, we read though in hold on, I gotta take a call, y'all. Hold on.
How you doing? You on the live, huh? I show a bitch how to get on the live.
Only I gotta take the call right in the middle of his statement.
Right. Crazy.
We're gonna move on past it. He gonna be like, yeah, so what we was talking about 25 minutes ago.
It's gone.
So y'all gave any thoughts of what I said about the on location live at the office? Like I said there's a couch there. It's you know what I mean?
You talking about going live at your spot?
That
Yeah.
would be all right. It's your spot.
That'd be cool. Shit.
I think everybody already agreed with it. You just trying to see
Well, I know that y'all somebody was like, "Oh, you sure you ain't gonna get in trouble?"
I think
that.
probably,
I think
probably
that wasn't me that said that for sure.
it might have been me that said it.
Hey, y'all, my cousin's supposed to pop into the show because I sent him the link so he could talk about the show. He could talk
Talk
about
about the show.
Okay, Carlton, I see you over there.
Oh, yeah, here, yeah, let's show you, show everybody.
Yeah,
All the lady fans out there, come
Look,
here. Hey, look at
they
this.
look like Manny Fresh.
New look.
Gator boots with the pimp.
And I was about to say that I just couldn't swallow fast enough.
What?
With the pimped out Gucci suits.
I swear it look like Manny Fresh.
Be here real quick. You're supposed to try to pop on here. So
Big time.
Turn around, sit it down, and let it bite your butt.
I swear it look like Manny Fresh.
Okay, I tried the potato head clan. So yeah.
Then I heard boom from the amplifiers.
Now I'm about to take myself off camera and smash this fool.
Oh my God. I
Oh,
cannot.
shoot.
Y'all stupid.
Gator boots.
So they pimped out Gucci.
Yo, man, I missed the 2000. I ain't gonna lie. We had the best rap music
That's when
for
life
our
was
generation.
for everybody. Like, I don't know what's happening now in 24, but
I think it's this shit called drill music, man. I really
Hold on,
have
let me
been
go
researching
ahead and
that
go
shit
out because I
lately.
can't really hear y'all. Y'all so low.
it ain't the same. And
I don't know. They're drill
Go
music.
ahead and come back in, y'all. Go out and come back in because I'm low.
like that.
So my understanding of what drill music is it started in Chicago. Young Thug and them are doing it down there in. That's what really got his ass ran up from what I've been seeing.
Mm.
Him and all of them. But you talk about your ops getting killed and getting shot and all, you know what I mean? Like stupid shit. Shit is gonna get you locked up one day. As soon as they bring the case, because you telling on yourself.
Mm.
And so now everybody on this drill music shit almost where all the motherfuckers in Chicago really that pioneered that shit is locked up or in or dead right now.
Mm.
Quando Rondo cousin got killed. They was actually trying to kill him. Now little Dirk ass locked up for the murder plot for hire. So this shit is after my generation. But I do go ahead and go on there and try to like every now and then and shit pop up. And I be trying to get a understanding of what the younger people know about this and like King Von and shit. Like who the fuck was King Von?
Mm.
I didn't know who he was until after he was dead. I ain't never heard of Lil Buddy. What did J. Cole say? I ain't never heard of Lil Buddy. But I don't know, man. It's always been the music, though. I think the music can uplift a generation or a race of people, or it can be its destruction. And I think that our music, this current music, is an example of what of violence and because we don't even have love making songs no more coming out. And even when they do or they try to, it's still some raunchy
Mm-hmm.
shit that it ain't got. I don't see nothing wrong. We'll slap it on the button, hit it from the back, and hit it from the side. Like we don't get none of that good stuff no more. We gotta live in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy, but that is true. A lot of
I
these,
really think we should be able to outlaw that shit. Like if we could get a hate crime bill,
right?
all that shit. I mean, it would not help the police out. We can get people to stop talking about violence because for one, over the next several years, violence would die down as far as this black on black crime shit. Uh, I mean, I just think things would be way different if our music was not influencing us to move towards the negative. Do you still have negative elements? I'm your brother. I'm the nigga in the alley. I'm your pusher man. So they still had stuff like that back in the 70s, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't to this extent where it's absorbing all the children. And now the age, the reason why I thought Kamala was going to win, or Kamala, or however you say her name, but I was like, this has been the year of women for the last 3 years since Cardi B dropped that "Be Careful with Me" or whatever her first song was. Nikki was doing her thing, but when they started letting all the ratchets in the door, I'm talking about they let the GDs in. When they let the hood rats in,
They let them in.
I
They,
just knew. I was like, oh man, she gonna win because all the hood rats, but it wasn't enough hood rats to vote for her
mm,
I don't think the
to
hood
get her
rats took the
in.
opportunity. They're too busy trying to go get some paper.
Man, 92% of all, not 92, might have been like more. I don't know. It was 90 top percent of all black women voted
I
for
think the hood
Kamala.
rats were more worried about some money, some stuff that's really going to be that
The
they could see
hood
the
rats was
next
worried
day.
about. I need to unalive my baby if I don't like this nigga.
what?
That's what the hood rats was worried about. They
I
weren't
think the
worried
hood
about
rats were
no
trying to
money.
get some paper that day, trying to see what nigga look good,
They
what
don't want
nigga
no
they could
money.
ride.
They weren't worried about no money.
They was trying to get some money that day. I'm trying to tell you. They said, fuck voting if it don't put no money in their pocket. It don't
Nah, everybody.
make it
I
make
think a lot of
sense. They don't
people,
care about no goddamn voting.
came out to vote. People who ain't never voted came out to vote.
I got you.
It just wasn't enough. It wouldn't have been enough.
So do you think more black men over did their part to get Trump in?
No, because only 20 something percent of black men voted for Donald Trump. The rest of the black men voted for Kamala. About 78% voted for Kamala.
Mm-mm-mm. Why would they want somebody who doesn't relate to them that has a track record of making
Because
laws
all they
against
was
them?
rolling on was black, black, black. It
But she
had
wasn't
nothing to
even black,
it
black,
had
black.
nothing to do with policy. But yes, they will say that she was though. She
A woman of
wasn't white.
color.
She was more closer to black than Donald Trump was.
I got you.
But she wasn't, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, she didn't marry a black husband. To me, that's not black. If you don't marry a black husband, you're not black. If you're not for your people, she don't love enough.
You think so? I don't know. When it comes to that, for me, it always breaks down to if she was biracial. If she was
You don't say
black and she was white and she chose because she grew up with her white family, she wanted and chose or he chose a mate that was white, then I would say that because if you ask them, some of them might say they biracial, But I asked this one lady that I worked with. She was biracial. I asked her, what does she identify as? She was like, this question always makes me feel uncomfortable. I said, why? She said, I'm going to answer the question, though. She said that she grew up with her mama's family, who was the Caucasian side. And on all her applications, she put down that she is Caucasian, even though you can look at her and clearly see that she is not a Caucasian woman. But we live in the age of being able to self-identify. She
I got
said
a question.
her sister identifies as black. So for me, it would just boil down to, okay, who are you dating? Who are you about to marry? Are you marrying the white person or are you marrying the Caucasian person? And like you said, that's when you'll find out where they at, because you'll be like, are we a black family or are we a white family?
Mm-hmm.
I
If
got
you
a
had the
question. Why does
opportunity, would you marry a Hispanic woman or would you marry a black woman?
what kind of Hispanic women? Because they're
Well,
multiracial.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter. The Mexican, you mix with Mexican and black, ain't you?
If I got, let me a two-part question in you, and then I answer that one. Depends on who's your mother, who's your father, right? If your mother is Mexican, then you're gonna marry a Mexican woman. If your mother's black, you're gonna marry a black woman. Why? Because mama is always where the heart is. You're always gonna
Think
marry,
so?
want to be with somebody who reminds you of your mother, somewhat of it,
That shit sound
ideally.
weird to me.
But at the same time, it's whatever that you see fit at the earliest. Now, my question is, why is mixed race always identified as black and white when there's really multiple races that come together? You could be more than just one, but yet in the Midwest, it's always black and white. And I'm like, why is that the biggest thing and that everybody else is forgotten? And then it's the big
Well,
thing when people like, I'm black and Asian, I'm black and Chinese, and black and all is a big thing. But in outside in the Southwest, California, anywhere else, it's not big. That's part of society. My question is,
well,
why in the Midwest people think like that?
see, when you deal with those coastal cities and coastal places, they deal with more of the blending. Here in the heart of America, we haven't. We just now seeing people from all over.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't used to deal with that like 20 years ago.
Right.
Well, 20 years ago, there was Mexicans here. 20 years ago, there
I,
was.
I ain't talking about. You said about the other people,
Yeah,
Chinese
Asian. There
and
were
all that.
Asian people here 20 years ago. They
They
had to
was
fit in
not
the hood.
blending. They wasn't blending, and still not blending on a massive level when it comes to interracial dating. They're not. But to answer the question, when you said white or black, across the whole country for the last 400 and something years, it's only been white and black,
There's
biracial,
been there's been other
mulatto.
mixed group of
I'm just
people.
saying, on the larger scale, you know what I'm saying, though.
What I'm trying to say is that there's other groups that's been mixing too. It just
I
wasn't put
know,
forth.
but you know what I'm saying, though. On a larger scale, I understand you have your own perception of things, but on a larger scale, the country has been white and black.
That only reason is because they push their agendas first and everybody else is
Bro,
behind them.
it has been that way through Jim Crow, before Jim Crow, Reconstruction. It's always been that way. So some people thought process is not global. People still don't know what's going on in the Middle East right now.
Mm.
People
Man,
still don't know what's
sometimes I
going
feel like
on.
people in the Midwest are just kind of like ignorant shelter because they don't go outside of the Midwest to see the real world. They have to get out the Midwest. You got to go down south. You got to go west to see the whole world. Don't stay in a square of 465 or Indianapolis. Get
Have
out,
you
see the world.
have you left?
Huh?
Have you left the
Yeah.
US?
I
North
left the U.S.
America.
lived in Canada. I went to Mexico. I'm trying to
Have
travel
you
some
left
more.
Have you left North America ever? So I'm asking.
No, I haven't lived in North America, but I've been
I didn't say
traveling different
live.
airports. Listen, I've come across a lot of different people, right? Even in Indianapolis, come across Africans. I come across people
I
from
asked a
India.
specific
I
question.
come across people
Have you
from
ever left the
China.
U.S.? I mean, the North American soil.
No, I haven't left the North America, but don't mean I
Okay.
won't in my lifetime. Don't mean I won't
So
in my
you was
lifetime,
talking
but I
about
haven't.
niggas need to travel. That's why I asked you that. If you haven't traveled,
I haven't traveled because I haven't made the plans to do it. Don't mean I won't in the future.
it ain't talking about the
Especially how I'm
future.
setting my life up now.
We're talking about have you done it right now?
Yeah, outside. I left the United States and lived in Canada before.
North
I traveled
America,
to Mexico
man.
before,
North America, man.
and I have. I haven't went to South America, but I plan to do that this year, next year. That's
So have you left
2024.
North America? Was my question.
No, but
Okay.
I plan to. But the difference is, I've come across those people, and my mindset isn't as squared as a lot of people are. A lot of people's mindset is just square, like within this region. Never think outside of that. They never sit down with the people around them who are foreigners and talk to them and try to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is so strict on my life and nothing else. Yeah, they can't step outside of this box and boundary. That's what I find with people in the Midwest. They are closed off economically, mentally, and I even say spiritually of one-sided things.
I'm
Me,
gonna
I
say
said
I
there's
don't know.
always.
I do not agree with you.
I agree. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm trying to tell you how growing up and my perception of the world is. My perception, walking in my shoes and what I see coming back to me. It's like people that live in Indianapolis per se aren't one-sided because they haven't seen the world. It's like we're still set back 20 years. I feel like that. Like, and when everybody else move forward, people from Chicago will tell you that. People come from different places in the world tell us that we already have this. We already did this. This is nothing new. For example, we just
I was
now
about to say,
getting.
give an example of what they already got that we don't got.
Okay, for example, everywhere already has like cameras on the license, on the not the license, but on the driving the cars down the street, and you get a picture of your car. They're just now rolling that out. That's been around for like 30 years in other states. You feel me?
So I don't think.
Indianapolis.
So this is what I don't
Indianapolis is
think.
slow with technology.
This is what I don't think you understand. Ever since I drove a car, I remember if you drive up a little bit past that white line when that light turns red, a flashing camera turns on.
But did you get it where they sent it to you in the mail?
I never ran the light. I don't run red lights.
But what I'm
So
saying
I don't
is
know.
the cameras now
I
will
don't
give
know
you a
what happened,
ticket.
but I have been behind somebody who has done it, and I saw the camera flash on their car. Yes, some places like in Chicago, I have seen cameras on stop signs in neighborhoods.
Right. So,
But the
but
whole
just
thing
now they're
is,
doing that here in Indianapolis.
we have the technology. It ain't like, oh shit, they created something that we don't have access to.
They don't use it. That's what I'm saying.
We have the same access to every technology that is available in every state in the
Well,
United
I think
States.
the difference is like maybe they splurge on technology versus Indiana's take their time and
Well,
slow
some
because
places are their crime levels are more heavy than here.
right.
So if we don't need to invest big brother shit yet in Indianapolis, now maybe because all those places that you say are highly surveillanced are moving here to our city, our state. Now we're gonna have to have it.
Right.
That's
Well,
like if
we
we in a
got people
country, if
from
we live in a
different
country
countries too.
area, if we live in a country area where ain't that much crime. Like, why would we invest heavily in military artillery and stuff like that if we don't need that? You only
Indiana
need
has
that when the
Indianapolis is
population starts expanding.
If you know anything about Indianapolis, we've been making military things.
Bro,
Indianapolis,
I
Tennessee.
did not say that we don't have that. I said if we were living in a country type area
Mm-hmm.
and there is no crime, like the fuck, what is that shit back in the day? Barney Fife and
That's called small town America. But
not
see,
small
that's the
town, but what was the TV show called?
Mayberry.
Andy Griffith show.
Andy Griffith Show.
It was
Now you
Mayberry.
think they're gonna need assault rifles and all that stuff back in them times? No, they didn't
There's a
need that.
security and police saying better to
Was
have
it
and not need it than
was
to
it
need it and not have
available?
it.
Was it available to them? Yes, it was.
Yes.
But if it's not
What about
needed,
when the
like
big bad guy comes?
why would I invest in it?
Better to have and not need it than to need it and not have it. You don't know if they had it. They just gonna bust out with it. That's why them ducked off forts and stuff are all around. They have it. They just don't use it.
Imagine Chicago being a bigger city than Indianapolis with a bigger budget, bigger federal budget.
I think Indiana got a lot of money. It's just put up and used in different ways. This is a very conservative state, conserving money.
If we did
Chicago
not, if we don't need it, if we don't need it, we ain't gonna have it. But we always had cameras, not always, but since I've been driving, there are cameras. You might not see them, but there are cameras at stoplights.
It's not that. I just saw that they just rolled that out.
Go up Rockville Road past the highway where that Speedway gas station is at, and run that light and see if you don't see a camera flash on your ass.
A camera or the thing that says slow down?
A what?
A little sign that says slow down because you're going too fast.
I clearly just said a camera.
Like, seriously,
I said a camera.
You know, some of those cameras at top are signals to tell the light to go ahead and go, like the flashlight to tell them to turn from green
that's what
to
I'm
red,
telling you.
from red to
That's
green.
what I'm saying. When the light turn red on Rockville Road, what I want you to do is go through the light. So you can be the one to tell us if you get a ticket or not.
Mm-hmm. Why would I do that in Rockville Road?
Because you said
a major accident. Why
you
would I be
said
stupid?
that
That's
we
like me
can wait.
telling
You
why
can
don't
wait
go
till
play
ain't
out
no.
there and see if you get
You
hit
can
by
wait
a
till
car.
ain't no cars moving. Ain't no cars got to be out there. I just want you to go through it just to see if the light come on and you get a ticket in the mail. Because we don't know if you
I'm
get
trying
tickets
to tell
in the
you
mail.
that's a signal.
It's not, man. I'm telling you, it's not. We've been had that technology here. They take a picture of your license plate.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
All right, I will. I'll see. I'll talk to my Boys in Blue connection I got.
I said look it up.
Yeah, they take pictures of people's license plates.
They do. It's not on the level of if you go through a toll road and you went through this toll road and we're gonna send you this motherfucking ticket in the mail. I done went through a motherfucking toll road on accident and got a ticket in the mail.
I know everybody got those tickets. If you don't pay, they charge it to your thing where you can't get your license plate till you pay it. Some kind of crazy stuff like that. They make it where you can't pay. Like you go out of town, you don't pay it.
I went through the motherfucker in a rental car. And the motherfucker sent the shit to me.
Whether you got, but the rental car is connected to your license. Lightweight. That's why they was able to find you. The rental company said, nope, it's not us. It's Andre Sis.
You know what they said? They said, is that Andre Sis right there? Is that Andre Sis up there?
They sent it to you from the car company. That's what happened with that one. That's why they always ask for your license at the when you first go driving. When you first rent the car, they want to make sure it's valid, and so they can put everything on you. That's how that works.
Yeah, quiet.
All right, my bad. I was texting my daughter.
That's cool.
We're talking about food allergies. I have certain allergies myself. And
A lot of people get those, especially peanut products.
yeah, I think life would be fucked up if I ate peanuts my whole life and then I turned 38 and now I can't eat peanuts no more.
Mm.
Your body
Like,
changes as you get
how
older.
do you develop a food allergy late in life?
Uh,
That's crazy.
how you
It
develop
seemed like
anything?
you already had the motherfucker, and then it just took a toll on your
Activated.
body.
It's just something in your body activates the allergy. That's what it is. Something in the blood or something like that.
Of course. Something in your eyes, baby,
Mm.
telling me you want my love.
I thought you was
Now you
finna
gotta think
sing.
all them
Tonight is
songs were for
your
young girls.
night.
That's what's
I
not
thought
good about that.
I thought you was finna start singing. It's something.
You don't have to ask for nothing. I
I
quit.
thought, I thought you finna sing that Michelle like something in my heart, something in my heart,
Nah,
something.
why would I sing that song?
Michelle A.
Because
That's a
Michelle
classic.
Olay, Michelle was the lady back in there. She could
That was a
sing.
classic. That was a
She could
classic.
see. She could blow a wind and blow lots of things.
I don't fuck with Michelle A.
Sound like Mickey
Because of
Mouse
that
and
movie, or
You
no?
know,
It's
one
not
of the
because of the
reasons
movie.
why I don't fuck with Michelle A. Before I even knew who
Why?
she was,
because she messed with Dr. Dre
Dr. Dre.
and
before
Suge.
I
That
knew
was
all of
Dr.
that,
Dre's baby mama. Okay.
I just found all of that out within the last 5 years that she messed with Suge Knight and Dr. Dre. But one of my biggest things about her was Dr. Dre had been paying child support for his son or whatever.
Yeah.
When the son turned 18, Michelle A was tripping out, talking about she ain't got no money, can't pay her bills and shit because she's no longer getting the money from Dr. Dre. This nigga been paying you thousands of dollars every month for 18, 19 years, and you didn't save nothing?
Wow. I ain't hear about that one.
Nothing. Nothing. I think
He's been
I
giving
wasn't
her
even, I
money.
was like a preteen. I forgot how old I was when I heard that on the radio. And I was like, nigga, damn, they're talking bad about it. Like, how you don't have nothing?
What it was her career was going down the drain.
Dang, man, I need to make it over there to get my doormat. Everybody here, y'all gone? Where we at?
Say you think you can get your doormat. Cross
Yeah, I
Crocker
did an
was
open
talking.
house. I did the open house and I left a doormat that got my name and all of that on it at the house. It's all the way up on 86 and something. I Before I left the house, I was like, Andre, grab the doormat. You always forget this doormat. And one of my colleagues, I can use that word now. One of my colleagues came to the open house and he came with somebody that is his he was just showing the house off because he had actually did an open house there himself. It was like 750,000. The house was nice. The house was nice. It was just kind of like dated. It had wood and stuff inside the house. Like a lot of people don't like that wood look anymore. But it's a mansion. If I had to call it anything, if I had to judge it based on the house I grew up in, it's a mansion. You know what I'm saying? It was nice right off of Eagle Creek and everything. I left my doormat there. But we need to go pick it up because the agent just texted me and said they close on the house soon. So I need to go up there and get it. But or just say fuck it. I mean, the person who gave it to me would be mad, but like I don't like doing open houses anyway. So what do y'all think about Donald Trump and the mass deportations that they plan to do?
I don't ever thought about it. Biden and let all the motherfuckers in here. I haven't thought about it.
All the criminals they let in is my concern first. Get the criminals out. The real criminals, like locked up in prison and doing crime and got court dates, get them up out of here. I know one thing a guy was telling about his situation in DOC. He got a letter, and next thing you know, the next day he's up out of there. ICE came and got him, told me goodbye. His family was waiting for him in Mexico City. So that's real. Mass deportation is more real than fake.
I
It's probably
think
gonna be
if you broke the law by coming here, yeah, criminal or no criminal, I think that's not fair to the people who have been here, fighting to get a green card, working 7 years, trying to become citizens. I don't think it's fair to them for somebody to be able to come here illegally.
I don't think
Legally
it's fair
or
though.
illegally.
I
So
don't think it's fair that
I think that
all
they should go after everybody, not just the criminals. Now, if you want to apply, I think if you want to apply, because you don't know who's a criminal, right? People who come here criminals.
there's some criminals that got records. They know who the
But I'm
criminals are.
saying though, there's some people who are here that are committing. I mean, coming here illegal is a crime anyway, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
So when we deal with that part, that coming here is a crime, that means everybody who's here illegally are criminals.
Including the settlers.
I'm just saying.
If you want to keep it, the settlers forget they come from immigrants.
Well, at this time, that is not the rule of law. And like I got people who are here who I know who said they came here to seek asylum, but really they just wanted to get here. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing ran them from where they at to here. This particular person just wanted to get here, and now he's trying to find somebody to marry so he can get his citizenship within that allotted time. He even say, "You can find somebody for me, man. Let him know." First, he was talking about. I tell him I got $2,000. I said, "Man, ain't nobody about to marry you for no motherfucking $2,000." They wasn't even doing $2,000 in 1990. And I did the math. I said, if somebody got to marry you for $2,000 and be married for 3 years, bro, that is like, I forgot the math, but that was just like 50 cents or something like that a day. If they get caught, you gonna get deported, but they can probably possibly get prison time and or a fine that they ain't gonna be able to pay. And the only thing you risk is getting sent back to where you came from. So now he upped it up to 10,000. But he want to give the money after. I was like, ain't nobody about to sign them paperwork for you, man. You talking about I'm gonna give you the money after the 3 years. Like you tripping, bro. I'm tripping. But I used to think that if somebody had came to me with the money like that back in the day, Back in the day, not today.
Yeah, back in the day, it's a different story.
I would have been like, yeah, cool. Today, like some Ethiopian people had asked me, you know anybody or you want to marry an Ethiopian girl and so she can come and get her citizenship. I said, look, if I marry her, we're gonna be fucking. They said, oh no, hell no. It's for fake. It's for fake. I said, okay, for fake.
Nah, shit, that marriage license ain't gonna be fake.
It sure ain't. Now, if I can't marry, if I meet somebody while we married, I can't marry them because I'm under contract for 3 years. Like, come on, that ain't how that works. Said, not for me. And then you gotta live with them and everything now. It ain't like back in the day. You could be in New York, and they could be in New York, and you in Indiana. They come knocking at the door like, what kind of toothpaste do this person use? Asking all kinds of questions and shit. From what I understand.
Yeah.
I know somebody who just did it. And she married a Nigerian dude. Come find out he was still married in Nigeria. And it was all kind of shit that went down with that.
Oh wow.
But after his little 3 years was up, shit, they ain't together no more. So you done been let him all up in there, doing all the nasty stuff. This man still had a husband, a wife, and kids, and he trying to get them here. And he probably got them here too. Yeah. But I don't know, guys. We back to the drawing board on things. I'm about to go backstage. It's been hour and 27. Give us some time for later. But truth be told, we out.
We out. Truth be told.